Do you have someone in your life that's been triggering you to feeling upset, frustrated, anger, any of these negative emotions? Whether it's your spouse, your lover, your kids, your colleague, your boss, a stranger, an animal. Today I'm going to talk about why we should use love to make it become whole. And this is your mission in life should you choose to accept it. My name is Garrett. I'm here to help entrepreneurs in the awakening journey. So, many of us come on this planet Earth with our wise eyes open, seeing our parents and very innocent. But as we grow up, we started to attach different people's stories and into our subconscious, and we started taking on certain belief system, and we started taking on their emotions and their beliefs on how they get upset by certain things. Oh, the weather's not right, I don't have an iPad, my favorite TV program is not on. Whatever the reason is, these are things that we've attached onto us. There's certain study that's been done. We're not born with this garbage. Yeah, we may feel that we're hungry. We may feel that when we fall down, we get hurt. Ow, it hurt. Yeah, mommy, daddy. But we don't have lingering sufferings. That something that happened a few days ago, you're still thinking about it. What about something that happened to you a few years ago? Someone that cheated on you. Whether it's a business partner, ex-girlfriend, boyfriend, someone that did something wrong to you. Was it your parents? Was it your uncle? A family friend? And it still lingers on. Now, I remember going to India. They say that, imagine this. Every time you have negative traumatic events, big or small, you put it in a bag. And as you grow up, naturally, you experience different things and you put more negative charge events into your bag. Someone cut me off while I was driving to work and made me late. My good friend said something to me that it was hurtful. Someone borrowed money from me and never returned it. My staff was completely incompetent and destroyed half my business. So imagine this, for each one of these events, you put another potato or rock, whatever you like to say, into your bag. Over the years, you accumulate from 5 to 10 to 15 and 20 and 35. What happens? The bags become very heavy, heavier and heavier each day. And that's why when you see adults compared to kids, people say you load on your shoulder. Hell yes. When you're carrying all these negative charges throughout the years and it's become heavier and heavier, what if you're able to let it go? Now, I'm not to say that some of the events that happen in your life, I can completely go through what you've gone through. I can never imagine that because I'm not you. I can imagine it's upsetting at a time. I wouldn't understand this if I haven't gone through my own fair share of shit. But you know what? By carrying it in your bag, it's gonna only burden yourself. It doesn't hurt anyone else. What's going on in your brain, your mind, your body also carries these emotions. In Indian terms, it's called samskara. It's held within your body. So usually if you get body aches, pains, even certain illness, a lot of the ancient wisdoms and science is catching up to it, is emotionally discharged and surfacing up as body pain. So until you release those, you can do all the massages and doctors as you like, but you'll keep surfacing up those issues. Does that resonate? Do you feel certain body pain as well? These seemingly painful events that is unpleasant, as we come to this planet to experience a part of ourselves in this dualistic world, if you're all white, and that's who you are, white, and let's just say white is love and joy and happiness and peace, and there's nothing else. After a day, a month, a year, a century, 100 centuries, a billion years, how long from your current human perspective would you say, it's getting a bit boring? If that's all you feel every single day, you may say that I want something different. I want to taste the spices of life. And these events are by design, is what you created to design. And we may see that certain negative events is no good, but it actually is almost like going through a river downstream, and you're just flowing with the river rapid, and you expect to go straight line down, and the river is trying to take you to a scenic route. And so when you're trying to go straight line and the river is trying to pull you into a direction, you may do a sharp left and you're fighting it. I need to go down, don't pull me to the left. And you're fighting it and fighting it and fighting it. That's when you experience challenges in your own emotions. Having a car accident, having someone that steals it from us, having someone that we love seemingly doing something to hurt us is not what I would choose for anyone. But have you experienced that? Some of your greatest gifts came from when the dust settles, when those negative events, it gave you the strength, the resilience, the wisdom that you now have today. Interviews have been done with people that have traumatic accidents, and usually like they may lose a limb and stuff, compared to people who wins the lottery. Generally, the people that wins the lottery, the happiness level either stays the same or goes down. Whereas the people that loses a part of the limbs, the happiness level actually goes up. I know friends of mine who have developed resilience, appreciation of life, and the inner wisdom from the tragic accident that they lose a limb. And you know what they say? I would never change what has happened to me in the past because it made me who I am. Now these are people that have needing to go to hospital, lose a functional arm or functional leg. Imagine that. We wouldn't want to wish that on anyone. We wouldn't want to go through that ourselves. But the people that have gone through it, not all, but a lot of them says, I wouldn't change the thing because it's given them some of the greatest gifts that money cannot buy. And yet the people that wins the lottery, thinking that it's going to give them everything they dreamt of their whole life, their happiness have gone down. If you look at nature, there's a lot of bushfire going on in Australia right now. A lot of people saying it's terrible, terrible, terrible. But fires, storm, ice age, flooding, these are the nature events. It's almost like there's a structure amongst the chaos. Within the chaos, within the tornado, it may not seem like there's any control, but on the external, you can see the shape of a tornado. It seems like it's always going in a certain pattern. But inside, if you're getting whacked left, right, and center and blowing everywhere, it doesn't seem like there's any chaos. Or it doesn't seem like there's any structure to it. Like water, it may seem, when you're going down the river rapid, getting pushed left, right, and center, it doesn't seem like there's any structure. But if you can take a few steps back, or many steps back, and you can see the actual rapid, and you can see how beautiful that water is streaming from upstream to downstream, you start to see, wow. And then from downstream to the ocean water is getting evaporated back up to the clouds, and then rain comes back down to the top of the mountain, and then river go downstream again. This cycle of life. When the bushfire burns, the wood becomes charcoal. The charcoal becomes part of the natural ingredient the soil needs for new life. Some of the plants and things that is no longer serving is gone. And then over time, new plants will grow in that same piece of land. This is the cycle of life. The more we fight it, the more that we're going to have challenge. Now, I'm not saying that, hey, give it to me, let's just burn everything down, and metaphorically speaking and physically speaking. But when you're arguing with reality, like if I injured my feet, my foot, my leg, if I lost some money, I lost my job, I lost my partner, the reality is lost. To argue with reality that it shouldn't have happened, that's insanity. Yes, our ego preference saying that I don't want it to happen. Part of all that is we forgot, as part of our pledge of coming down, we are the creator of this universe, or we're the co-creator of this universe. And we came from love. And in order to fully experience love, imagine a relationship. If you've never had a broken relationship and all you got is unconditional love from people around you, Yeah, you enjoy that. But would you have truly understood what unconditional love is? Because you never had it without. Just like if you always only seen white in your whole life, that's the only color you've seen. I can tell you about non-white. You can try to intellectually understand it. Imagine I tell you, this color is called try to picture this color. What does it look like? You don't know. You've never experienced it. So intellectually, you may say that love. I get it. I get what love really is. But until you truly experienced hate, sadness, some of these contrasting emotions, you don't really truly understand love. And by us holding on to the fear, the anger, you can never fight a war with a wall. I teach my kids this. If you don't like someone, just say you're stronger than that person. And the other person comes back with a big brother and beats you up. And you come back with someone stronger, or maybe 2-3 of your friends and beat up the other person. And the other person comes back, and it comes back, and it comes back. And even you completely eradicated the tribe, there's karmic forces in play. Eventually something else comes back. The war never ends. It's an illusion that it ends. Because in this world of duality, it's like the polar opposite magnets. You can't eradicate like the magnet forces. Because when you get rid of the magnetic forces on this planet, it's no longer Earth. You can go to a different dimension to experience all that. But again, we came here to love. We came here to experience the hate, the anger. We don't need to indulge in it. We don't have to stay there for days or months or weeks or years. But we came to experience. When you have these feelings, the more that you can learn to love it and accept it, the more the external challenges you're facing, you start to see it dissolve. You can try it. Actually, don't try it, just do it. Wouldn't it feel better anyway? Would you tend to resist, persist? There's another story called Dr. Hugh Len. And this person works in the Hawaiian prison. And his job is to help the people, the inmates, the people that's committed crime, to help them psychiatrically. But he never left his office. He never saw any of the prisoners. Every single day he just went through this process, Hawaiian shamanic process, Goho Oponopono. It's essentially saying that, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. Over and over again when he thinks about a name on the list of the prisoner. Now, any of the crimes that a prisoner have committed or anyone on this planet have committed is an extension of us. The moment that you accepted that if I were in the same situation, who's to say I wouldn't have committed the same crime? We try to judge people too quickly. If we're in the exact same shoes, with the exact same upbringing, we have done the same thing. It's easy for us to come up with different upbringing, different environment, without any of the stressor, probably abuse, to say that, well, how could you have done that? Yeah, I get it. On one sense, it may be hard to understand. But the reality, it has happened. Do we have humility or conscious that anything is possible? Nobody was born wanting to be a bad person. But again, in this world of duality that we wanted to experience, right or wrong, good or bad, somebody needed to be the bad person. So they did it for us. So thank you. I acknowledge that. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And make peace with it. And you know what? Over time, Dr. Len managed to get the whole prison closed down because every single one of the prisoner became better and they end up setting them free back to society. That's how potent and powerful it is when you can make peace within. When you can make love, give love, not make love, give love to a part of you that you've disowned. The negative charges, the sadness, the anger, the frustration. But by shining light to it, shining love to it, you'll start to see the problems in your world start to fade. And you get to live in this beautiful planet with more love, light, and joy, knowing that the lessons that you came here to learn, the experience you came here to experience, You're getting those lessons. You've graduated from high school. There'll be more university lessons coming, but some of the challenges that used to trouble you, they'll no longer trouble you.